You ever see a drawing of a character as a little kid and then as a full-grown adult and you just know it's the same person? How do artists do that? Well, there's a trick to it, a really powerful technique that has less to do with adding wrinkles and more to do with the basic structure of the face. Let's pull back the curtain on this.
So yeah, how do they pull it off? How does an artist actually capture a whole lifetime in just one face and make it look convincing? It's not magic, I promise you. It's a kind of mapping system. A simple, really elegant secret that, once you see it, you will never look at a character's face the same way again.
Okay, so check this out. The difference is right here. On the left, the adult face, it just feels longer, right? Kind of stretched out, especially in that lower part. But then you look at the youthful face on the right, and everything's more compressed, softer. The features feel like they're all bunched up closer together. The entire secret is hiding in these little shifts of proportion.
To really get this, we've got to stop thinking about a face as, just skin and muscle. We need to start seeing it for what it is, to an artist. A map. A blueprint, really, with specific zones that we can actually tweak and adjust.
Now, this blueprint is often called the rule of thirds, but honestly, forget the word rule. That sounds way too rigid. Think of it more like a flexible mapping system. It's the starting point, the basic framework that artists use to build pretty much any face they can dream up. So, let's build this map right now. Step 1 is super simple. We just need to figure out the total height of the face. So we draw a straight line from the very top of the hairline all the way down to the bottom of the chin. That's it. That's our vertical axis.
All right, we've got our line. Now what? We just slice that space into 3 equal horizontal chunks. These 3 zones, they're like containers for all the facial features. And trust me, they are the key to this whole thing.
And here are our 3 core sections. The top third goes from the hairline down to the eyebrows. The middle third holds the eyes and the nose, so it runs from the brows down to where the nose ends. And then there's the bottom third. This is the crucial one. It goes from the base of the nose all the way down to the chin. That's where the mouth and jaw live. This is our map.
Okay, map's built. Now for the fun part. Let's actually use it. How do we draw an adult? How do we create that feeling of maturity? Well, it all comes down to the art of elongation.
And here's the secret in a nutshell. To make a character look older, you literally just stretch that bottom third of the face. It's one simple change, but it affects the entire look of the character. Just watch this. As we pull that bottom section down, the whole lower part of the face gets longer. The space between the nose and the chin gets bigger, and that's what gives you that larger, more defined jaw that we associate with being a grown-up.
And notice what's happening to the features. The mouth and the chin, they live inside that bottom quadrant. They're in that container. So when the container itself stretches and gets longer, the features move right down with it. They keep their place inside the quadrant. But because the quadrant itself grew, you end up with that strong, mature jawline.
Okay, so if stretching that bottom third makes someone look older, what do you think we do to make them look like a kid? It's the complete opposite. It's the art of compression.
Yep, it's the perfect inverse. To get that look of youthfulness, you take that exact same bottom third and you just shrink it. You squeeze it.
And you can see it happen right away. As that bottom section scrunches up, the distance from the nose to the chin gets way smaller. The effect? A chin and jaw that look, well, super tiny. And that's one of the biggest giveaways of a young face.
And again, it's all about the container. The features follow their quadrant. As that bottom third gets smaller, the mouth and the chin get pulled up with it, bringing them much closer to the nose. That compression is what gives you that smaller, softer jaw that we immediately recognize as young.
So we've got the jaw figured out, but that's not the whole trick. To really sell the illusion of age, there's one last piece to this puzzle, a final balancing act that involves the very top of the head. And this is such a good way to think about it. That top third, from the hairline to the brow. It's easy to just think of it as a forehead, but it's so much more. It's representing the cranium, the skull. It's the container for the brain, and how big it is compared to the jaw is absolutely critical. So here's how you put it all together. For a youthful character, you create a big contrast, a tiny, compressed jaw, and a relatively larger cranium. That proportion just screams kid. But you gotta be careful. If you draw that top third really small, it can accidentally make your character look, well, like they have a small brain. And if you make it too big, it could just look bizarre if it doesn't fit the style. It's all about finding that balance.
At the end of the day, that's all this is. A mapping system. It's a guide, not a jail. Now you have the core idea. You have the total freedom to bend these proportions, to stretch and shrink these zones however you want, to bring whatever characters in your head to life.
So there it is. You have the map. You're in on the artist's secret. The only real question left is, what new faces, what new stories, what new lifetimes are you going to create with it?